Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about landforms. So we will do a quick review on what we've learned so far. When we look at our map here, we are looking at land and water. This is a map of our Earth with all 7 continents. So here we can review with our song. So if you remember the song, sing along with me. These are the continents, these are the continents, these are the continents of the world. There's North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia. Don't forget Australia. Don't forget Antarctica. These are the continents, these are the continents, these are the continents of the world. So when we look at our map here, we're looking at land and water. So our 7 continents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these are all land. And what surrounds the land is the ocean. And that ocean is water. So everything that you see on my map here that's blue, that's all water. So today, like I said, we're going to talk about landforms, and we are going to color our landform cards before we do some fun extensions with these landforms. So I'm going to start with the first page, and if you printed, it's page 2. So we're going to talk about these 4 in this lesson and the next 4 in the next lesson. So if you're wondering, why did I get 2 pages and I'm only doing 4 cards? That is why. When we talk to the kiddos and we teach a kiddos a new subject, rather, we don't like to introduce more than 3 or 4 at a time. Otherwise, it gets pretty confusing, if you can imagine. So this is what I'm going to need for this lesson. I have my colors, blue and brown, my cards here, and I have these control cards, okay? So if you, for some reason, feel like this would benefit your kiddo or you, I'd be welcome to send you a copy of these cards here. You can make your own at home. So let's get started with our lesson. I'll move my things to the side, and we're going to talk about the cards first. So when we are introducing some new things, it's good to have a good visual, right? So let's start here. This is an island. I'm sorry for the glare. I'm trying to failing here. Okay, there we go. Here's an island, and an island is a small piece of land. It's a landform that is surrounded completely by water. Now an island is much smaller than a continent. So as you can see with our map over here, continents are surrounded by land too, but they're much larger. Now you can't tell with this because it's a map, but continents are large bodies of land. And this is a smaller body of land, completely surrounded by water. So this is an island. The next one we'll talk about is a lake. And a lake is a body of water that is completely surrounded by land. And this is a smaller body of water. Larger than a pond and smaller than an ocean. So somewhere in between. And if we talk about examples of lakes, we are blessed with so many lakes that we can go go swimming or have a picnic at a park around a lake. Lake Washington, I live very close to, and I think that we all live relatively close to a lake or several lakes. They're very fun, okay? So remember, a piece of water surrounded by land. Now, I should have mentioned the brown indicates land and the blue indicates water on my cards here. The next one we will talk about is called a peninsula. And a peninsula is a long finger of land that goes into the ocean and is surrounded by 3 sides of water, okay? So here is a peninsula. And the last one we will discuss today is going to be the Gulf. And a gulf is a part of the ocean mostly surrounded by land. So water goes in and it goes and it's surrounded by 1, 2, 3 parts of the land and then oceans over here. Okay, so this is the Gulf. So here's where we play a little game. What we've learned. I love these games. They make learning fun. Let's see if I can get them all out here. Oh my goodness, I'm having a hard time here. So here we go. When we see this. Oh, there we go. So when we look at these cards, where is the island? You see the island? Point to the island if you see island. Remember, it is land surrounded completely by water. Island. Good. Where is the Gulf? The Gulf is a body of water that is surrounded 3 parts by land. There it is, the Gulf. What about peninsula? Can you point to the peninsula? It's land that goes into the water and surrounded mostly by water. Peninsula. Good. One more. This one's my favorite. One of my favorites, rather. Where is the lake? Can you touch the lake? The lake is a body of water surrounded completely by land. Lake. Good. So now we have our 4. Let's play one more game. And I will say, what is this? Gulf, yes. What is this? Island. What is this? Peninsula. What is this? It's lake, right? Good. So now is the fun part where we get to make our own cards. So I'm gonna make a little pile next to my work area here. Bring it back down. So I have island here and I have my sheet. We're gonna go in order here. So the first one we're gonna do is island. Here's my island. I will first color my land. Remember, the land is on the inside. I'm going to color the land. The land is brown, remember? Kind of reminds us of soil and the earth and all the parts reminded us of land, reminds us of the color brown, right? And around the land is the water. So we will color the water. Color the water. There we go. So you see my island there. My island. I'll go to the next one. The next one is lake. Lake is, let's start with the land. The land goes around the water. So the land. Try to stay in the lines here. There we go. And inside of it is the water. Remember, a lake is a body of water that is surrounded completely by land. Here we go. There it is. My lake and my lake and my island. Next, we are going to talk about peninsula. Let's see here. Let's color the land. The land is on the inside, and the land is surrounded 3/4 of the way by water. So it's a big piece of land that goes out into the water and mostly surrounded by water, but not completely. When I think of a peninsula, I think of in our country, I think of a state called Florida, which is on the opposite side of the continent, or the country rather. And it's a state that is surrounded mostly by water. And they have lots of beaches there. It's nice and warm. So there's Peninsula. And last but not least, we have Gulf. So I'm going to color the land. The water, rather, is surrounded mostly by land, but not completely. We need our water to be blue. Now, when we think of water, or when we think of a color for water, we think of the color blue. However, is water really blue? I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to label these. Now, if you have a kiddo that's ready to label, ready to write the words on there, that would be wonderful. If you don't, this is not a step that you have to follow. I would go by based on your kiddo's ability and where they are. So I'm going to use a marker so that you can see them. I would suggest using maybe another crayon, like a black crayon or a black pencil. And I'm going to label them. Remember, this first one here is the island. Island. This next one is called a lake. This one is called a peninsula. And this last one is called a gulf. I'm gonna put this up for you. You can find a place to stop if you need to pause the video to have something to look at. There we go. There are my cards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them out. And I'm going to save all of these for our next lesson. And then we will make a booklet out of all 8 of our landforms. I wonder which landform is your favorite so far. We learned about a few of them. I wonder if you have a favorite. Now, what I'm going to do with these when I'm finished, and after I kind of have a good idea of what each landform is, I can take my Play-Doh, or you can even make your own dough at home, and you can form these landforms on your own. Okay. More to cut out. Okay, so I have my 4 here. Remember what we do with this? This goes into our recycling bin or our garbage can. We don't leave it on our workspace. Here are our 4 cards. Let's review them one more time. Let's see here. Where is the island? There it is. Where's the peninsula? There it is. Where is the lake? Where's the Gulf? Gulf. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining my lesson today. That was a lot of fun. We will continue this lesson in part 2, and I will also be showing you some really fun extension work that you can do with these landforms. All right, I'll see everybody later. Bye-bye.